I went out and saw a cover band this weekend, and they were great. Tight band, cool venue. That was kind of the reason we went out, was to check out some local venues and start to get a feel for the local scene. Throughout the evening, they kept talking about how they've got like 75 shows booked this year. And I gotta be honest, that didn't excite me. It kind of exhausted me. And that kind of messed with my head a little bit. This is the Chronicles of Shred. It was kind of a pivotal thing that happened right before we made the final decision to move. I was playing in my original band, and we were actually getting ready to go out on tour with a kind of a big name band. I was playing in a cover band, a couple shows every weekend, and then a band that I had been in years before started putting together a reunion show. And so I was rehearsing with them. I think I burned myself out a little bit because I was woodshedding the original material. I was gigging every weekend, and I was rehearsing a 2-hour headline set with this other band, and it started to lose the fun factor. It started to lose the joy. And when I was listening to these guys talk about their 75 shows coming up, I could feel the wind suck right out of my sails. And I realized that I have got to have some fulfillment. I've got to have some joy. I have got to have some fun in what I'm doing. And the thought of being in another project and playing hours every night, mostly songs I don't want to play, it shook me a little bit because I've had it in the back of my mind that I need to get out there. I need to start playing gigs. I need to start making a little money. I need to start putting some skin on this thing. I realized that I don't want to jump out too early. I don't want to jump into the first thing that comes along and just get back out there for the sake of getting back out there. But that wiring is in me. I've done it so long. I've got this mindset that says, I need to be out there. I need to be playing gigs. I need to be bringing in some money. Part of the reason that I liked being in the cover band was that it kept my chops together. You know, being on stage every week, week after week, made it less of a special event when I went out and played a bigger show. I really felt like it kept me sharp, vocally and musically and performance-wise. It feels like what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels like the quickest way to start bringing an income from what I'm doing. And it really feels like a component of the success formula that I believed that I needed. You know, more shows, more success, more busy means more progress. And there's still a part of me that thinks if I'm not out there grinding, I'm falling behind. If I'm not producing something, you know, I'm not talking about the grind that I'm doing where I'm here working behind the scenes. I'm talking about being out there, getting my name out there, building a local following, building relationships with venues. And all of those things are important, but I think it's more important to not put the cart before the horse and to not put myself into a burnout situation, put myself into a situation that I am not enjoying enough to warrant the level of effort that it takes. I have reached out to a couple of different opportunities in the local area just to see what's out there, to meet some people. None of them have really felt like a fit. And this most recent one, I was interested in because they had an interesting set list. They're playing a lot more 80s metal and not even like hair metal, not even super popular songs. It intrigued me for a second. And then I sat down and started learning some of the music, and I don't like it. I don't want to do it. And it's songs that I should like. It's, you know, more deep cuts type things. And some of it I do like, but a lot of it is kind of old and tired to me. I've been there. I've done that. I've got the t-shirt. I've worn out the t-shirt. I got another t-shirt, and I don't want the t-shirt no more. I talked to them a bit. They're nice guys, and they sent me their whole set list, and they said they were going to pick 7 to 10 songs for me to show up and rehearse with them. And I was kind of excited about it because I feel like part of me feels like I'm ready to jump back out there and start playing some shows. But what they're really looking for is a rhythm guitar player to play some harmony leads and somebody to sing backup. And my first thought was, you know, these guys got some good gigs. They're playing some good venues. I could start pulling in a little cash. It just didn't fit. It didn't sit right with me. You know, like watching that cover band. That cover band played a lot of the songs that my old cover band played. And some of them hit, some of them didn't. They played a lot of 70s and 80s stuff that kind of wiped the dance floor clean. And I just can't do it. I can't get out there and play songs I don't want to play for nobody, for no crowd, for no interest. When I was rehearsing for those 3 events, for those 3 bands, I was out on tour with a band that if I said the name, you'd know the name. It should have been so cool, but I was so tired. And it did end up being cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It was a lot of fun, but I was tired. And the reunion show, we had been one of the biggest bands in the region 10 or 15 years prior. We had original music and cover tunes. And I mean, our farewell show, there was 3,000 or 4,000 people there. Like, that band had a presence and it had mojo, man. Like, that was a good band. And I should have been excited about playing with them. But it was a different structure. You know, it had been a band in the past, and this was very much a business operation, and I was very much hired. I didn't feel like a band member. It felt different. And we were playing the same songs. Honestly, even just going back over those songs, it was, ugh. And listen, they're a great band, and those are great songs, but I've changed, and it didn't sit well with me, and I was kind of the second guitar player in that band, and I didn't really get a lot of backing vocals, and there was no way I was ever going to sing lead in that band. It wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't where I wanted to be. And it really kind of hit me this week because I talked to those guys, and they were, like I said, they were nice guys. They were doing their thing. They got good gigs. They're playing good venues. They're playing kind of cool music, and it just didn't fit. It just didn't feel like the right thing for me. And that's new for me because I used to just say yes. I used to just take whatever came my way and think that this was a door that opened for me and I'm going through it. But I remembered how I felt on that stage playing those songs that I didn't really like in front of a lot of people that was really glad to see that band again. And it just wasn't fun. I guess I'm not in this for the money. I guess I'm not in this for big crowds and fame and whatever else I used to think I was in this for, but I want to build my thing. I want to do what's in my heart to do. I want to sing. I want to play my music. If I play covers, I want to play covers that are fun, that are exciting, that put people on the dance floor. I want to feel good while I'm doing it because it'll just become drudgery again. And I don't want to take the thing that I love the most and turn it into drudgery. And I feel like that's a big revelation. I feel like that's a milestone for me. I feel like this is a point where I can't go back to functioning in somebody else's system. I am not going to join an existing band. I'm not going to be a part of something that somebody else is running. I'm not going to play songs I don't want to play. I'm not going back. I feel like the things that I'm doing are a big part of that. It's an identity shift. It's a change in me. And now that I've set sail on this adventure, I guess, I can't look back. I don't want to go back. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not the guy who just says yes. I'm not the guy who just shows up and does his job anymore. I'm on a mission. I want to fulfill the vision and fulfill the dream that I feel like has kind of taken center stage in my life. I've already done all that. I've already been in successful cover bands. I've been the guy that joins something that's working and fits into a role. That's how I did the band that did the reunion show. They were a functioning unit. Somebody quit. That's how I did the cover band that I was in. They were a functioning unit. Somebody quit. And even my original band, they were a 3-piece band. And when they went in to do their record, the producer told them that he wanted to layer the guitars. They weren't going to be able to play live with one guitar player and pull it off. So they brought me in to be the rhythm guitar player. And I ended up playing a lot of lead guitar in that band. But I am not willing to show up to another band audition for the rhythm guitar, new guy, no singing, no leads, backseat role, and just do your job for a paycheck. That's not me anymore. There's nothing wrong with doing that. There's just something in me that won't let me do that this time. My mission statement at the moment is that I am training to be the front man, the voice, the guy that builds the thing, the band leader, the shot caller, the decision maker. And I saw an ad, progressive metal band seeks drummer, bass player, keyboardist, second guitarist. Like, basically it's one guy and he's building a band, but in his mind the band exists and you're joining his thing. I always laugh at those because you're stating right off the bat that there's no opportunity for input. This is done, this is built, you come work for me. I'm not going to say that that's where I'm at, but that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I mean, I'll always be open to input and there'll always be room for discussion, but I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do the thing that has been inside me since the day I picked up a guitar to do, and that I have shied away from, run from, hid behind other people's projects and other people's successes. And I'm going to express what's in me. I don't want to be added to somebody else's thing that works. I want to build something that works. And it's tempting. It's very tempting for me to just jump in the thing that works because it is safe. You jump in a band that's already got gigs, already has presence, already has songs. It's easy, man. You just got to blend in. You just got to do your job. And you make money and you stay busy and you feel productive and you have good times and you play cool shows and you meet cool people and you live enough of that dream to feel like you're not sidestepping it. But for me, I would be sidestepping it because as cool as that is, as much fun as that is, it's not what I want to do. And it's kind of an aha moment for me. It's a moment of clarity because I have looked at those ads and I have responded to a few of them. And I'm always a little bit conflicted about it. And now, as I kind of search myself, I realize that's why. It's a cop-out. It's the easy way out. You join a band that's already working, all you have to do is not screw it up. But to build from the ground up is scary, especially when you're building on skills that you don't yet have. And it would be so easy for me to just slip back into the familiar and call it progress. I could easily say, oh, I'm in a band that's doing well in this new city, in this new state, in this new place, and I did it. I was able to restart my music career here, but I didn't. I just piggybacked on somebody else's music career that already did all the work. And I realized that this is not the season. This is not the moment where I just take whatever comes my way. This is the season where I figure out what I want my life to look like. My musical life, my home life, all of it. I think in the scope of all the work that I'm doing, I lost sight of that. It becomes very easy to get focused on improving your voice, improving your guitar playing, improving on all the things that I'm trying to improve on so that I can get back on a stage and forget what I'm actually trying to build and what I'm actually trying to do. It's easy to lose the excitement. It's easy to lose the fun. It's easy to lose the inspiration when it's day in, day out, minimal progress, baby steps forward. And so this is a moment for me to reframe what I'm doing and to reconsider what path I want to take, because I have thought a lot about just jumping in a band and doing it, and that is not the right thing. And I am kind of deciding this as I talk it out, that that's not what I want to do. And I'm not going to say if the right opportunity came along, I wouldn't consider it, but I am not going to just jump into something to be in something. And I need to remember that I am building the most intimate and personal expression of myself that I can build. And that this is not just about making money and not just about getting on stage and not just about playing live and performing, but this is about something that has been inside of me for my entire life. And that the passion to sing and to create music and to deliver that music transcends money, and it transcends performance, and it transcends success. Part of the allure to moving here was the opportunity to really start over and to really dig in and to really find myself. And I feel like I would be sacrificing everything to just give up and go back to where I was and do the same thing again. And that's something I'm probably going to have to remind myself of a lot, because that is a big part of my identity and it's a big part of who I feel like I am. But the whole point of this is for me to give myself an opportunity to discover who I truly am. And I'm not going to discover who I truly am being the second guitarist in a cover band. I'm just not. This is important. This is my moment to really discover who I am and what I can do and what I can be. And I don't think everybody gets this kind of chance, and I'm just not going to waste it. So I'm reminding myself that this is about finding my voice. And that even though every second of it might not be fun and exciting, I don't think I'm ever going to be happy just being in somebody else's cover band ever again. And I need to remind myself that what I'm doing is fun, it's creative, it's exciting, and that I'm building something that someday I will be proud of. This is the Chronicles of Shred.